Right now we have one of the hottest DJs around, Logan Sama. How's it going, mate?
What's going on, mate? You alright?
Not too bad, thanks. So, over the last 18 months, you've really changed your status within the scene. The first I heard of you, you was cussing a few people on some forums and website things and stuff like that. But then more recently, you know, you're making a name for yourself in the game. How did you get into DJing?
I was just going out to buy records. I used to listen to radio, like between like 96 and 98. I'd listen to radio, and I never knew. Like, because obviously a lot of people come through from jungle and that, and they'd had a history of going to the record shops and buying records and dance music and all that. I never used to listen to jungle, so I didn't know about all that independent record stores and all that.
Yeah.
So I used to start going to HMV and I'd see one or two, like you get the public demands in and all that sort of thing. And I bought my first record like September '99, I think that was Rewind.
Okay.
Promo on Public Demand, the purple one.
It was the first record you bought, yeah?
That's the first record I bought. And then I just kept buying records on them, but I just play them on playing on my hi-fi.
Right, okay.
Just make tapes, like play one tune from the edge and then next one, tune like that, pause the cassette, play the next song, because we didn't have like...
It wasn't even a mixing thing?
No, because I only had one deck on a hi-fi, no pitch control or nothing, just, you know, just play the tunes, put little compilations together on the tapes and all that. And then my mate had some dreadful belt drives, some Cam BDX 180s that would like run off elastic bands or something. And he stepped up to get some Technics and that, and he sold me his decks for a one, like 2 decks for 100 quid, and I went out and bought a new one.
What, Technics?
No, he sold me his crap belt drive ones for 100 quid.
I was going to say.
Like, he went up, so he didn't
Yeah.
Sold me them for 100 quid. I went out and bought a Blue Dog mixer, like for 40 quid or whatever it was back then. Plugged them together and was just messing about in my house, because I had all these records, like didn't mix or nothing. I used to just go out and watch like EZ and Cole Brown and all them lot.
So they were your influences to becoming a DJ?
Yeah, Cole Brown and EZ are why I wanted to bother trying mixing. Like, if it weren't for them, I would have been happy just listening to the music. But like the stuff that they were doing in clubs, like Cole Brown first of all, first started doing stuff like I noticed him first, and then EZ come through like 98, 99, just dropping in tunes from nowhere, and like the reactions he used to get made me want to mix. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I'd go to a rave. Like when I have my decks now, I used to go to a rave and come home from the rave and mix all night just because I wanted to be able to do that myself. Do you know what I mean?
It's good though, you've got to practice your art form, haven't you?
So yeah, so that's how I started mixing.
I mean, your style's definitely changed. You used to be like a major Todd Edwards, MJ Cole fan, but you know, now that's nowhere to be seen on your playlist. It's definitely more the sort of darker side of things. So why the change?
I've not really explained it much, to be honest with you, like before, so I suppose I might as well now. I still am a big fan of a lot of that music, but just over time, there's no progression that I found. Like I can go and play a Todd Edwards record that I bought like back in '96, and it will sound very similar to one that's come out last week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And
like I've been listening to Todd. I used to go out and buy the promos. Like I even used to started cutting dubs as well, stuff that I could get, like because I was so into it. But like the stuff now just doesn't. I don't know. It just don't grab me as much.
But obviously there must have been a track in the sort of on the grimier side of things that took you over to it, because otherwise, surely you would have just carried on. If there wasn't a track that you thought that's better than this.
Because I'll be playing everything across the board. Because I used to go and listen to EZ, and EZ would play a set with like MJ Cole and Todd, and then he'd have Dilemma in it, and Smoke the Reefer and all that. So
it wasn't like you moved things. You just. It
wasn't like I played 4/4 and then suddenly Wiley made a tune and I thought, oh, let me run over here.
Yeah.
But I used to play UK garage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that included Melody and Dilemma and them sort of tunes. To me, that's what I thought of when I thought of UK garage. You had the bumpy, old school sort of side and the dark side, which is probably like come from the fact that this music has come from the the chill out rooms and the jungle raves, and the people playing sped up house stuff.
So I mean, you had a big break land in your Friday night set on Rinse.
Yep.
But more recently, like you said, you've been headhunted by Kiss. How did that all come about?
Which one, Rinse or Kiss?
Well, both of them if you want.
I used to post on Uptown, and one of the managers from Rinse FM jumped on, got the internet one day and saw this magical thing talking about garage, and saw that I was on there posting all the time and knew a lot about stuff and had the music, and was very opinionated and had a good amount of knowledge as well. And he said, like, sent me an email, said, can you send me a demo? So I did a demo, like, and that had like all different stuff on there, a bit of Grime 4/4, MC stuff, all sorts on there. And they gave me a show Friday night, 7 o'clock, which is not a bad point to jump on, because I know a lot of people started off like 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Midweek or whatever. They gave me straight away Friday 7 o'clock. So I went to my first show. Pay as you go in the background, getting interviewed by the Times, which is a bit intimidating for my first show, but I just went on from there. Wiley used to do the show after me, so I got to know him, getting music from him. I used to help him out with bits and bobs, try and help him organise himself, because he was taking off at that point. Like, his career was looking like he was just about to get signed with Disney and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd made some good links there, and just through Wiley I got to know everyone else in the whole scene, because Wiley is pretty much the focal point for the grime scene. Like, whether you like him or not, people look at him as the main focus. Whether you think he's the best or not, he's the focus of the scene. So, like, through him I got to know everyone else, and I just got the music together and supported it. Like, if you're making good music, I try to support it on the show. And then, you know, I did a couple of CDs, like one that was meant to go inside one that never come out. Like, I just gave it out for free. One of the producers at Kiss heard it. He used to listen to my show as well on Rinse, and he recommended me to Kiss to come in and do a demo. And they liked the demo. They think the music's got potential, so they brought me on to do a show, and that's where we've gone to now.
That's where you're up to now.
Yeah.
So what artists and producers do you currently rate?
Do you know what? There's a lot of very talented people making this music, and they just need to, you know, get their quality level and technical level up. But there's people that are coming out now. I mean, you've got the obvious ones that everyone knows, like Kano's album's coming out soon, Wiley, all the Roll Deep, Dizzy, obviously, those sort of people. But everyone knows them. But you've got people coming through now that are getting signed on sort of lesser, more sensible deals, like Newham Generals, DWE.
Who do you think's going to blow this year?
JME needs to get signed as soon as possible.
Yeah, you rate him?
Someone, I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
JME's got something sensible to say. Like, he's not on an excited thing. He's an intelligent boy, and he can produce as well, and that's a very strong thing. Like, if you can make your own music and spit on it as well, you're in a very good position. So I think he definitely needs to get signed as soon as possible. His brother Skepta's good, Jammer's good. There's a lot of people all around London at the moment. You know, there's good people in West, Northwest. SLK are talented beyond Fleur D. There's people in South that are good as well. You know, there's a lot of good people around. I think it's a healthy position we're in the scene, where these people have got the ability to get their music out there now. You know what I mean? Rather than back in the day, like, MC was a bit shunned. It was not MC based. It was DJ based, producer based. It was always, here's, you know, Sticky featuring this person spinning the tune, rather than the MC is the artist on the track.
The videos have changed that a lot, obviously.
Yeah, you know, like, you're getting your face out there. The Channel U thing is making it so much. You know, Channel U must be every A&R's dream. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, these people are going out spending their own money to show, you know, to do your job for you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? These people are going out there and presenting themselves on a plate to get signed. So
it's true.
You know, Channel U's helping a lot as well. It's made it all different. The internet, people can get access to the music all around the world now.
So how do you see the scene developing over the next year or so? Where do you think it's going to go?
I just want to see people come out of the mentality where they have to get signed to a major label. Yeah. Because it's like everyone now, this scene's a bit strange, because you've got a lot of people in it, they just follow everything that's going on, like, oh my god, Wiley's made this tune that sounds like this, I must make a tune that sounds like this now, because that's what gets me big. Yeah. Oh, hang on, everyone's clashing, let me just clash this person now, because that'll get me big. Oh wait, now he's got an album deal. Why haven't I got an album deal? I need to get an album deal now with this label and that label. I just want people to set up their own things, because you'll know personally, if you're running your own stuff, you'll be much better out of it, even if it's on a smaller scale, than say if you sign a big money deal to someone else, you just end up owing them money. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to see professional people come into the scene and set up their own stuff. Do you know what I mean? Set labels up, production companies up, that sort of thing. Just get the quality of everything up, because the more money that comes in, the better the quality level will be of everything. Do you know what I mean? That's right. So I mean, if you had to pick one, what would you say your favourite all-time garage track? Garage or this music that I play? Well, I mean, both. Do you not class it as garage? I don't know, because deriving from that sound. It's not garage. What do you call it? There you go. It's not garage. I don't call it anything. I just call it music, but it's called grime. People call it grime. It's the name that stuck. You know. Yeah. Matt Lamont didn't call it speed garage. Well, that's what it got called. Do you know what I mean? I don't call this music grime. This is what it's called. I play grime. The reason why I think it's not garage is because garage is a dance music in which everything is within a certain BPM pattern and everything sounds pretty much very similar. With grime, you can make music at any BPM you like. You can make it using any sounds or whatever you like. Like it's just literally these artists spitting on beats that they've made that have their own. Like grime, I think, is the way you approach the track. The MC approaches the track rather than the actual music itself.
Yeah. Like
hip hop, you have I see this music like you've got hip hop in the States, you've got dancehall in Jamaica, and you've got grime in the UK.
And you think that's around for a long time to come?
I don't know whether it will be supported on the major overground level for a long time to come, but kids will keep making this music because they've been making it for the last 3 years with no money in the scene. Pirate radios don't really make money. Like only stations like Shine and those sort of stations make money because they're playing sort of clubby sort of stuff, putting on raves. Like all these underground stations where you get bare 16 to 18-year-olds turning up every week, spitting their bars over their own dub plates they made with 3 loops and gone and cut themselves. Like, it's all funded themselves. They do it because they want to do it.
For the love of it.
It's not a thing where it's like everyone wants to get rich off of it. They'll do it anyway. Sorry, no one gets signed anymore. We'll still turn up to do radio. If I get fired from Kiss, I'll still turn up and go rinse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going to die off because suddenly there's no money in it.
Okay, so what would you say then? Let's not call it garage, let's not call it grime. Let's just call it Logan's music. Logan's appreciation for music. What would you say your favourite track that you've bought is?
I can't really say I like, this is my favourite track, because there's a list. You could do a whole DVD of me sitting there saying what my favourite tunes are. Like, I could talk about it all day.
I'm not sure anyone would want it, to be honest.
I don't know, but there's a lot of wicked tracks that have come out of this music over the last 10 or so years. To narrow it down to one,
the more to come.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of good music out there. So I have to say I like Tough Jam, I like Todd Woods, I like old MJ Cole, I like Steve Gurley, I like Zed Bias, I like Wiley, I like Skepta.
Yeah, I said one, bro.
You know, I like their producers. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're rating, basically.
You know what I mean? That's why I like garage, because it's so wide the sound. Garage, and then it turned into this. The sound is so wide that say, oh, I like this tune as my favourite. There's a whole different sound over here that this tune would sound nothing like this one. Yeah. So you can't really say, oh, this is my favourite tune because there's something else that sounds. It's like a completely different genre of music, but it's still garage. You know what I mean? So that's why I love this music, because anything goes.
So what's your plans for the future? What future goals are you looking to achieve?
I'm just trying to be professional, support the artists that are coming through with talent in the scene, and somehow work out a way to make some money out of DJing, because there's fuck all money to be made out of DJing. Kids, if you're at home thinking of being a DJ, don't be a DJ. Go home, sit down, apply and go to college, do a music course. Do a music technology course. If you love music, make music. Be a producer, because DJing will earn you nothing but grief and debts. So produce music, go to school, engineer, educate yourself, make some money like that, because then you might end up driving a TT one day with a personalised number plate rather than walking down the street with a bus pass.
There you go.
Safe.
Nice one, brother.
No worries.